Hey guys, I haven't done a reaction video in a while. I'm testing out some of this new stuff for editing and everything that I haven't done before. So forgive me, I need to cut this hairs, but we're gonna do this one. I couldn't resist when I saw it. I'm trying to position it more this way so that I can stare at it. I'm testing a new thing. If you noticed that my past videos, I had like a little square, whatever. I'm testing like this circle thing and some other effects that I haven't put in here yet. But let's look at it. So it says, police surprised mother at work after a 5-year-old was found. It's only about 12 minutes, so let's go. Oh, come on, internet. We're gonna react, and you know I'm gonna pause when I have something to say.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
So here's my thing I first want to start with. Okay, she left her 5-year-old. She was at work and the 5-year-old was home. So she probably didn't have like a babysitter. She probably doesn't have the capital to be able to hire a babysitter, because babysitters are expensive and then daycares are so expensive. Daycares are so expensive that like you have like an actual like mom and dad, and then like the mom, she's just at home because daycare is so expensive. But with the way the internet is, the mom can be home and she can also still bring an income. Or the dad.
Dad lives here. I'm on my way to work.
See what they say.
I was pulling out of the parking spot and they ran out in front of the car.
Okay.
They said that they're locked out of their apartment. I don't know where the apartment is, you know.
Okay.
Their mom is at work at the mall. She gets off at 3 p.m. They're 5 years old. They said. So I just.
So the kids are locked out?
I didn't know what to do.
What parking lot were you in?
He lives in 26500. So if you
Alright.
go in at the stop sign, go left and.
Wait.
At work at the mall, she gets off at 3 p.m. They're 5 years old. They said. So I just drove him up here. I didn't know what to do.
What parking lot were you in?
He lives in.
Oh my gosh. So the kids are locked out. That's what's going on. And that's why you gotta like watch kids, right? Because they'll like run out the door, they'll close the door, they'll realize that they're locking the door. And then they try to get back in. They don't have a key. They don't know how to get back in. And now they're just roaming around. And you have a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know about leaving a 5-year-old by themselves. Maybe like an 8-year-old or like a 10-year-old who can like reason, but a 5-year-old? Oh my God. Nah, son.
26500. So if you go in at the stop sign, go left, and it's the second left.
Okay. If you can just wait here for a minute. You mind telling me what are you guys doing outside?
Oh, so there's 2 of them.
When we was inside, somebody I just wanted to stay. I wanted to stay, but my stomach was better. So our mama.
Who's that guy in the back? Did he?
Who's at home
Automatic.
with you?
Nobody.
And your mom's at work at the mall?
I told mommy somebody had to come with me, but I can't. Me, Parker, would stay at home. But
Kids be snitching.
Okay. You know what store inside the mall she works at?
Kids be snitching.
What store?
She works at the cookie store.
The what?
Upstairs.
She works where?
Upstairs in the cookie store.
The cookie store?
Okay. I think there's a kiosk. They sell cookies. If you can check at the mall, there should be a kiosk that sells cookies.
All right, this is 2024.
I believe that might be their mother.
What's your mom's name?
Their mother's name is. Okay.
We make TikToks together. And we have an Instagram.
Do you have
We have an Oh, they're snitching.
driver's license?
We play walk.
We have an Instagram. I mean, come on.
No. You're the only one in the car?
I mean, you shouldn't leave your kids just not a 5-year-old. They can get in so much trouble.
That's where I was. She just said building 10.
Oh, they're in. Okay, you stay in 109. Okay.
Building 11.
Oh, building 11, but apartment 109. Okay, and they're in building 10. Okay. And you were just pulling out of your parking space and they ran in front of you?
Like ran behind the car, like almost hit them.
Okay.
I mean, that's good of her. That's good of
Can't
her.
let you drive off, unfortunately. Hi. I'm Officer.
No, that's good of her. You know, I wasn't talking about her snitching. I was talking about the kids snitching, because the kids are just saying everything. But no, that's good of her. Like, you see some kids just running around and you're like, so I had this story. I'll tell a quick story of it. I came out of my house and I saw you have like a manhole covering, but then you have it where it's like the water drains in, right? So you think about it, right? It's kind of like that. And I came out of my house and I was just looking around. I was like, oh, this is a brand new day. This is awesome. Love it. And I saw a bunch of kids standing around a manhole cover and the cover was off. And I was like, so I go and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And a head popped up out of that manhole and said, what? So I marched over there and I told all these kids to get away from this manhole. They had lost their ball and it rolled under the drainage at the bottom. And they decided, well, we're just going to pick up this manhole. I don't know how they did it because I didn't see them. And because they were young kids and their ball was at the bottom. And one of them was brave enough to say, I'm going to climb down and get it. Well, there's a bunch of rebar. Like if you fell, you would die. You would just, and so I told them, get away, get away. I will go down there and I'll get your ball. And so I went down, navigated through all this rebar. I got their ball and I climbed back up. And then I sealed the drain. And I looked at them and they're like, oh, give us our ball. And I said, no. And they're like, what? And I said, you will never do this again. You would never do this again. I looked at every single one of them and I made them say, you would never do this again. And they said, yeah, we would never do this again. I was like, it's just a ball. If you lose your ball, you come to my door, I will buy you a new ball. Never do this again. Kids will do stupid shit. They will do stupid shit because they don't have any experience. All right.
Cam.
Hiya.
Hi. What time did your mom go to work this morning?
I don't know.
Okay.
What did
She gets off at 3 o'clock?
She gets off at 3 o'clock.
What'd you say?
What time does mommy go to work?
We don't know. I know, but I forgot.
You know how long you've been by yourself today?
I was 2 minutes. Yeah, last time I was being logged by myself and now being questioned or so being logged by yourself.
Last time he was being questioned?
I didn't went out. I was just like standing in bed.
Oh my God.
You said you left the apartment because your tummy hurts?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you trying to go?
I was trying to go to a mall.
What? You know, it's dangerous. You feel these cars? It's really
You
dangerous.
get to the sidewalk though.
Sounds like just what I was saying.
Okay, are you sure
It's
they're
dangerous.
at home?
Damn. So-
Okay, because where do you live? Do you live in the village? Yeah, they're out at the guard shack. Over in the village, so you're going to need to come get them.
Oh my god. I just dropped off my cookies. My employee will be here any second. I had my friend over there watching them, but I don't know what's going on.
Okay, do you want to try and call your friend?
Where are they?
They're at the guard shack.
All right, so that's the first thing. I'm watching this for the first time. She says she had a friend watching them. So we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt until we find out about this friend. Because she's trying to work. She's trying to make, I don't see no man involved here. And that's the thing. It's like, I was watching this thing with Candace Owens and she was talking about everybody. And like her whole argument is based on like a two people household. But that's not all of America. Sometimes there's men, and most of the time there's women who have to raise children on their own. So we're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt that she asked somebody to watch her kids while she goes and tries to make money. She tries to do things. We're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. And let's see.
So was anybody supposed to stay with you today?
No, nobody or my mom's friends can watch us because
They just
Who all lives with you?
just our mom.
bitching.
Okay.
Our dad lives in Bermuda.
Okay.
Did she leave you alone a lot?
So this is our first day.
This is the first day?
Yeah.
I mean, is there any kind of Miranda rights for kids where it's like we're gonna like take everything, we're gonna ask you all these questions, and it's gonna be used against your mom in a court of law? They ain't got no Miranda rights for that. I'm just saying.
Were you lonely?
No,
Did she give you instructions on what to do today?
no, I don't know. All she told me is that Carter has to listen to me.
Yeah, what? Are you able to call her on like an iPad or anything in case of an emergency?
No, we don't have an iPad.
So So you don't have any way to call her if there's an emergency?
No, I look for his phone in his keys, like the way to get out. But I couldn't find her. Yeah, because he keeps his keys in his car.
The caller, she doesn't have a license. She's just waiting for someone to come drive the vehicle away.
Wow.
Yeah. Big time.
Your mommy's on her way.
No?
Yeah, we found her.
8, 9.
I mean, I feel for the kids. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, I think my desktop audio is a little hot.
So, the lady in the vehicle right there said that she was pulling out of her parking space because she lives in building 11. And,
Oh no.
yeah, you live in building 10. She was pulling out of her parking space, and the two girls ran out in front of her, and she almost hit them. I guess Carter said her stomach hurt, and she was they were coming to the mall to see you.
Okay, but where's Auntie India?
She didn't come.
What do you mean? She said she was coming. She said she was here.
No, she wasn't.
So I was just dropping cookies. I have a bakery over in Beechwood Mall. And then I have a friend who lives nearby. I just call her whenever I need her help. I was in such a rush this morning. I ran over and, not this morning, it wasn't long ago. And I just dropped the cookies off and I was coming right back.
Okay. What time did you leave?
Like 10 minutes ago. I was at home making all that.
What time approximately?
I was there like 1:40.
All right, so here's the thing where I would kind of be if I was trying to poke a hole in her story. She asked the children if a certain person arrived, and the kid said no. I'd be angry. I would have been angry. I'd have been calling this person, you left my kids alone?
40.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all.
And you just left to go drop cookies off?
Yep. Yeah, my employees over there.
Okay.
So were you girls sleeping when Mom left?
I was thinking a little
The kids are gonna snitch on her.
Okay, and you said
the rest.
that their aunt was supposed to come over?
I just have a friend that lives nearby.
Okay. And did you speak with this friend?
Yep. I messaged her and asked her. She said she was on her way.
What's the friend's name?
Her name's India.
India?
India.
That's her.
Did you need anything else?
As long as it's put on the
Thank you
front
so
back.
much. No, it's fine. I'm so sorry.
Alright, yep, that's all I needed.
But you left without India being there yet.
She was on her way.
But she never showed up.
She wasn't there yet. But I literally call her every time and she always comes every single time. That's my, honest to God, that's my fault. 100% I should have waited until she was there. But I'm just so,
Is there any other relatives that live nearby?
yep, I have a whole bunch of relatives that are there.
Okay.
My grandma stays over here in Shaker, right here by middle school.
Uh-huh.
You have on your phone proof that you called this India girl? And it would have to have a date and time on it.
I mean, I called her at 1:40 to make sure that she was still there.
When people don't realize, so that's a lot of things. It's like when you lying, you gotta know that like the cops, they can like take your phone and they can like get all the information. So you can't be lying. You can't be like, oh, I called this person, but you really didn't. You can't be doing that.
1:40. That was just to make sure that she was still there. I had just gone over there to me.
They gonna find it.
Okay. And you confirmed that she was on the way,
Yes.
but she never arrived before you left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you called India after we had already received notification that the kids were loose. What we're asking for you to show us is proof that you had somebody coming over to babysit the kids. Because 1:39 or 1:40 is not a good time.
It was a private call. It's not showing up.
Nothing prior to 1:39?
No, but I mean, I can call her.
Any text messages?
It was through Instagram.
And are you able to pull that up?
No, because
I do that too sometimes though. I be like messaging people through Instagram.
That's where we kind of run into
That's the main way I message some people.
I totally get it. I know this is absolutely crazy. I know.
We're just trying to figure out. So I'll just give you the rundown. Shar found Mom, and the girls were walking outside of their building and almost got run over. And correct. And she's like, "Oh, India's
Who's this guy?"
there." Well, Mom can't provide any proof that she's like, "Oh no, I called India." Well, she called India at 1:39. We got.
He's like,
She called India at 1:40. We got this call at 1. Mom's lying.
He's
about
frustrated.
babysitter.
He's like, this is
No babysitter. So anyway, we have 2 girls that one said she had a tummy ache. These 2 5-year-olds
Tummy ache.
were going to walk to the mall to find mom. Yes, because she got a tummy ache.
How they gonna think they gonna walk to the mall? They think they know how to get to the mall?
Requiring a bond from a judge.
Oh, Lord.
Endangering requires we contact the judge, and we have 2 little girls. We don't know what to do with. So
Well, that's where it's
we have to tell the judge that, and
DFSH, I think.
I would like to just
T-Fax or
the
something?
girls and mom in the same car. I don't think the girls should be in a separate car than mom.
Are you guys in kindergarten?
So you came to the house? Because Carter said something about you didn't come.
We didn't show her. We didn't show her.
She was, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Why would I call you on this stupid Instagram private? Because it's not, they need a date and a time to show that I told you to come real quick.
Is that her?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
her.
just 1 second. Hey Cam, the girl's on the phone.
She's on the phone with her friend India that could watch the kids potentially.
Okay, apparently maybe the friend India can come watch the kids. So
Friend India can come. Can come.
Mom, drop kids off at Vantage and then take mom. All right, so we'll work on that. So as soon as we leave, as soon as we're separated, he wants you to call 696 Kids to see if they want to come and interview her at the jail. Because sometimes they haven't been able to get a hold of people. She seems like a respectable person. That she's gonna be here, you know, at some point. I'm not gonna jump out, escape that.
Yeah. Maya, can I speak with you, please, outside?
So, we don't want to talk about this in front of your kids at all. Okay, you have to be booked and processed for child endangering. Okay, so it requires you to be fingerprinted at our station. Okay, you have to get arrested for this. Are we able to
Okay.
get the girls off at India's house?
Shouldn't I, like, pausing this? Here's my thing. Here's my shtick. My shtick on this. Old school, like they're like so into this whole thing, or like kids have to be monitored at like 24/7. Like in the 80s, in the 90s, parents had to work. Parents had to work. And there were times where kids would be left alone at home for like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours or whatever. And the parents would parent the child. You don't leave this house. You don't do this. You don't do that. This looked like some disobedient children who shouldn't have left the house. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have left the house. It's like you have a single mother. I don't see a dad here. And these kids were disobedient and they should have stayed in the house. While mom's out there working. She's not out there slutting. She's not out there getting doped up. She's not out there getting drunk. She's out there working. And then, you have this, you have everyone trying to jump on her for her situation. These kids are just, I've been there. You stay at home, chill out. You don't fucking run around like some idiot. Get your mom fucking arrested.
Okay, so that's fine. So we're gonna put all 3 of you in the back of a police car together, unhandcuffed. We're just gonna make sure you don't have anything on you, okay? And you're not gonna be handcuffed as long as you're sitting in the car with your kids.
Can I get to my grandma's house?
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma is not home at the moment. My grandpa is. So
I realize anything can happen. Realize anything can happen, but if you're not a stupid ass kid,
To contact the judge for approval. I'm imagining she will, but this requires us.
sit there and watch cartoons.
Bring ID, your cell phone.
Mom calls at like 4 o'clock. She's like, vacuum the floor, wash the dishes. I'll be home at 5. Like, these kids are snitching on mom. These kids suck. These kids are assholes, dude. He's snitching on mom. Look at you spilling all the tea.
Is this gonna go on my public record?
So it's not something that we like put out to the media or anything. So
Yeah, you don't make Cleveland.
yeah, there's
That's why I don't have kids. Because I don't need no fucking little monsters.
Scoot on over. Hold on 1 second, they kind of. Yeah,
Put the seatbelts on.
These kids gonna grow up to be pieces of shit. Because they ain't gonna have their mom and they just destroy their relationship with their mom.
Now to see if they want to interview her before
These kids are gonna grow up to be pieces of shit.
There's a female CO, and
They're gonna be serial killers. They're gonna be kleptomaniacs. They're gonna be in the system, I guarantee you. I'm gonna follow this case. They gonna be. That's how we doing it. So that's the end of that video. I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's how I see it. We're gonna do some more of these. Maybe we'll start a channel. I don't know. Waka. We're just trying to like work with some stuff and try to see some of these new technologies and whatnot as far as like how we're doing our videos and everything. You know, getting up to par with everyone else. But thanks for watching. See you next time. Deuces.